Why are 33% of today's men lonely and sexless as opposed to back during the free love movement?
The porn addiction. Maybe it's because the standards have kind of changed. I know a lot of people look for certain things in men, like they want this height, this face, this style, and so maybe it's become a lot more selective to this group of men who appeal to women, in contrast where it was kind of everybody kind of fit the standard a little more.
Okay for women to approach men, part 2. The biggest mistake I see women make when they approach an attractive person is that, like all of us, they feel uncomfortable. They giggle, make silly jokes, or come off as awkward. Look, everybody feels awkward and weird when you walk up to somebody, particularly if you find them attractive. Nonetheless, you be confident. Know that you are an attractive person and a good person. You're only looking for somebody who notices that. That is the test, and you're looking to see whether or not they pass the test, not whether or not you can prove yourself. If this makes sense and you want more tips, like and subscribe. Thanks.
No, I think it's men just get tired of being walked over. They just get tired of it, man. It's exhausting to get disrespected in pretty much darn near every situation. Every scenario you can think about, the man is going to come out dead last. And not only are modern women setting it up to where men are going to come out dead last in every situation, they're telling men, they've gotten so bold as to tell men, you are going to come out dead last, and you should be happy that you're going to come out dead last. Your life is in service to me. Regardless of what you think that you should get, your life is in service.
Chivalry is dead, and women it. Feminism is here. Women are more educated than ever before. They're making their own money, but as a byproduct of them becoming more successful, they do have a little bit more of a masculine energy. You're not going to be successful in business by being passive and you're going to need to be a little more masculine. And on top of that, women are having a bit more which is fine. All power to you. But you just can't expect a man to be traditional, hold the door for you, treat you like a lady when you're no longer a traditional woman. So guys adapted to this situation because in reality, men haven't really changed. Women have.
You know, these modern women, it's not ignorance. It's just misapply. Like, you're not applying it in the right context, right? Like, you know, say for instance, if a man does something, you know, maybe he's working, and he don't text back. Oh, you know, he's avoidant. You know, you can't really trust this guy, right? And they make a big deal about it. They'll fool around. Obviously, they're gonna text a group. Obviously, they're gonna text anybody and everybody who they know. They're gonna blow up your phone. They're gonna tell TikTok you're a terrible person. But when you look at what she's doing, she don't text back for a few hours. Oh, you know, you know, I'm just maintaining healthy boundaries. You know, you're doing the same thing that I am, but for some reason, I'm wrong about it. I'm the one that's toxic. I'm the one that's avoided. How the heck does that make sense?
And more, men are starting to act like women. Men are starting to act like they want flowers too. Okay? They want to be told that they're pretty too. They want their hair done too. They want to wear lipstick and all that other stuff too, and still date women. It's a difference if he okay, that's a whole different story. But we're talking about men who claim to be straight. However, they aren't willing to act like they're a masculine man willing to earn a woman. And I'm going to tell you why. Ladies, we were bamboozled out of our power. It's like putting kryptonite on Superman, because that means that if we were bamboozled out of our power, men no longer had to worry about being vulnerable to our will.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. And once again, men are starting to look specifically, because, you know, before they was letting it go. They saw it, but they was letting it go. And now I'm looking specifically. Once again, we have to go back to drizzle. I'm looking specifically for who's putting in effort. Is the effort one-sided? Am I receiving some sort of reciprocity? Is the reciprocity up to par? because you can't just buy me a Snickers bar and I didn't just bought you a 48-ounce tomahawk steak. We're not going to do that. Well, you did that out of the kindness of your heart. Right. And now you see how kind I am. Maybe you need to expand your kindness. Modern women don't want to do that. I want to give you these little beat up shoes that I found at Goodwill or Salvation Army that got dingy, dirty, and all that stuff. And you know, you can find some good stuff at Goodwill. You can find some good stuff. But the stuff that you be getting the man, it seemed like you done went dumpster diving. Oh, well, I found this on the side of the street. I thought of you. Girl, you stupid. Shut up, talk.
Could you ever cheat on me?
Absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions like talking to guys one-on-one or hanging out in like compromising situations. I'm a human being, you're a human being, and I'm sorry, babe, I don't know if this is hard for you to hear, but everybody is absolutely capable of infidelity in the right/wrong circumstances.
Oh, okay.
That's why boundaries are so important. You're never going to see me in a situation, even if people think I might be too strict, I don't care, because I'm not taking that chance.
Amen.
I'm not putting myself in a position to even be close to a position to potentially fall to temptation. I'm going to keep it 100 because anyone is capable of cheating, but I will not be cheating on you.
Excellent. I love that.
I love you.
And a lot of times you'll see dudes perform old school stuff, traditional stuff, chivalrous acts, you know, being generous, being a gentleman, the whole 9 yards, right? But I think a lot of times they don't get the respect back. There's nothing that comes back. Not a thank you, not a tap on the shoulder, not a smile, not a chuckle. A lot of these modern women don't even glance in your direction. They're not even looking in your direction, man. They just walking through the door, just waltz through the door, just walk in front of you, man. Hey, modern women don't treat men as human beings. They treat a dog as more of a human being than a man. They treat a cat. They treat a rat, bars, as more of a human being than a man. They treat that man like dirt. You're less than dirt. You're not even an object. I don't even see you. And this is what meant, man. You know those automatic doors that just you walk up to it and it just opens, or a button you just push. You know, if you're handicapped, I know a lot of people they're not handicapped and they use it anyway. You push the button, the handicap, the door opens, right? For assistance. That's what modern women think that men are. They think that men are technology, just an automatic thing that's supposed to be there. They really feel like a man is supposed to act like that. I don't have to acknowledge you. You're just there. You're just an object.
Right? Your girl wants to leave you. She don't want to be with you no more. You're going to sit there and beg her like a little sorry, I will do whatever it takes to get you back. I will change. Respect yourself. She don't want to be with you no more, bro. Be a man. I know it hurts. You don't want another man to her, but another man's going to her. I'm sorry. You don't want to see her with another man, but another man's going to have her soon. Bro, it's life, bro. Sometimes God put girls in your life as character development tools to build you up. That heartbreak, bro, that heartbreak you're going through right now, it's to build you up as a man. Every man goes through one heartbreak. But begging somebody to stay in your life, whether it's friends, family, or a girl, are you crazy? You a grown man begging? Have a backbone, bro. Y'all be disappointed at me, bro. If I show y'all my DMs, bro, y'all be like, what the Most of you got one-nighters. And I'm not mad at you, right? I just want y'all to grow, bro. But y'all be like, bro, y'all don't get her. It was so tight. Her neck was crazy. It was good.
What you're seeing a lot of these modern women do is use what they think they've learned. Some of these women are not even going to therapy. They're just listening to what they've heard online, and who's ever describing whatever they're describing online, they're saying, oh, that sounds like my situation. And so they're going back and trying to diagnose whoever they're arguing with. It's almost like something psychologically or mentally, to where when you hear something, you repeat it the very next time. Like, well, honestly and truly, that's kind of how music works. So with music, you're going to hear something and you're going to repeat it. And that's why they try to make even some of these tunes and stuff like that don't make a lick of sense. It's got a catchy beat. That's why they're trying to put it toward a catchy beat, because you remember the beat and you start singing the song. And that song that you didn't like, you'll start singing again and you'll listen to it again. And then somebody would be like, I thought you said that you didn't like that song. I don't, but I don't know what it is about it. The beat is catchy. And so I listen to it. And they're, getting money because you're still listening to their song and they're playing it, but originally thought it was a dumb song. That's essentially what this is. They continue to hear this sort of thing, and it's like music over and over again. And so next time they say it to you and they apply it to you, instead of taking accountability, instead of saying, no, this is my fault, they try to diagnose you mid-argument, even though it's something that they're doing, right? When a man says, I'm looking for consistency, I'm looking for respect, you don't text me back, you don't text me at all, you don't treat me like or reciprocate anything for me, I'm looking for somebody that likes me like I like them. Oh, well, that's narcissistic behavior, that's somebody that's conceited. They'll say that type of stuff to get you off of their trail. They'll try to use something that they heard somewhere else, don't even know what it's talking about, don't really even understand it, to try to apply it to you and be dead.
Big to me is you walk on the street side of the sidewalk.
Just gonna bring it up to you.
You better walk on the street side of the sidewalk. If you physically move me to the inside, I am wet. I have taken so long to get ready for this date. You're getting hit by the car first.
I paid too much in Sephora to get hit by a car today. No, seriously. No. This outfit is not car proof. You get hit by the car.
I'm thinking of all the dates I went on in New York, and I noticed it every time. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I don't even know if I knew about this till I was like a little bit older in life. I don't think I knew about this in college. So I'm just explaining it, is that when you're walking the streets, so you're in a city or wherever it is, the guy walks on the street side. So you're like on the inside, you're like protected. And I remember being on a date with a big dude that physically, I could feel him kind of move me gently so he would be on the outside. And I was like, oh, you're going to job tonight, sir.
Yeah, it turns me on.
And I think what a lot of guys are finding is that it used to be that approaching a woman meant that you were interested in her. But now modern women have changed this to mean you're aggressive, you're a creep. So a lot of men are not approaching because you're thinking that, oh man, he must be about to do something to me. He must be about to attack me or verbally assault me or something untoward, something wrong. The man is not even thinking that. There's a lot of times men are just walking down the street, literally just minding their business. And what they actually receive from a woman is weird. Like the looks, the body language. And the man might just, hey, how you doing? And keep on walking. But a lot of these modern women are weird about it. There was a woman actually in a restaurant, and she posted on social media something about somebody coming up and talking to her or something like that, or somebody that she was with. And they were actually really very nice. And instead of turning and speaking to them and talking to them, she just completely ignored them like they weren't even there. I think they might even said, hi to her, because they walked up and they were speaking to somebody else. But then they turned around and said, hey, have a good day, and stuff like that, and nothing. And then she turns to the camera, because these modern women have they brain elsewhere other than the real world. She turns to the camera and she, oh, well, how dare she do that, yada, yada, and this and that. And then in the comments, you can see people, now I got to give it to them, men and women, holding her accountable. Oh, you thought we was going to be with you? You thought we was going to side with you? That was rude. You don't need to be doing that. That was stupid. So I appreciate the women coming out and saying, hey, why you act like that? That woman was just trying to be nice. She was just trying to, just be polite to you. But modern women, their brain is so warped as to how to be social with people that this is, you going to post something on the internet and you think you're right, but then people are like, no, you're an idiot and you're a bum.
I made a video about how men are not really asking women any questions when they take them on dates. And a lot of the comments were like, yeah, I just stopped talking because, if they're not asking me questions back, I just stop asking them questions and then we sit in silence. My issue, I don't like silence at all. I don't like it at all. Like when I wake up in the morning, I immediately put on music or podcasts. And that's definitely because I can't be alone with my own thoughts, but that's a TikTok for another time. So for me, if I stop asking the guy questions and he's not asking me anything and there's silence, I start to panic and then I'll go in again and I'll ask him a follow-up question about his boring commercial real estate job. I'll say, do you have to go to the office every day? Do you like that? Oh, no, tell me again about your brother's golf tournament. And then the irony is the guy always thinks that the date was amazing because I've given him a combination of a Netflix comedy special and free therapy. And he thinks it was fantastic and I'm exhausted.
I think another thing that men are realizing is that modern women really they're not actually real. I mean, I know we have catfishing, and a lot of times that refers to the physical appearance of somebody. But you also have to look at the personality of who they are, right? A lot of these modern women put out an aesthetic. Well, I do this, or I'm this, I'm that way. And they say what they do, even on their profile. But then you actually get in real life and you see that they're a little bit different person. Sometimes it's not like, oh, they're toxic, yada, yada, yada. It's just that you're not really the person that you said that you were, or, you kind of led somebody to believe in your dating profile, right? And sometimes it can become maintenance for the dude. Modern women want you, so they'll say a certain thing because that's what they want to do, which is fine. But sometimes you're just not there. You got to work to get there. But you as a man, she says she's on board with you, but you're actually coming into her plan. You're actually doing the things, living the life and all that stuff, talking and speaking and dressing how she wants you to dress. So whenever she's saying all that on mine, you're gonna have to get in line with that and maintain that. If we need a car, if we need to go get a certain type of coffee every day. Oh, I don't like Starbucks. Starbucks is sold last year. Let's go to Pete's Coffee or Dutch Bros or something like that. Oh, we don't shop at Walmart. We only go to Target. That type of stuff. So she can tell her friends, this is the lifestyle that I live. But that's not really you. This is another element that men have to deal with. You might be cute, but the way that you handle yourself is fake.
And to be quite honest with you, I don't care why you're masculine.
It don't even matter.
I don't care what happened to you I'm a 40-year-old man.
You got a daughter?
No, I don't.
Because
but
my
point is this.
Right.
You all wouldn't care if a man came to you feminine and said, my dad wasn't in my life. My mom didn't teach me this. You say, bro, you 38 years old. I don't want to deal with a feminine man that hasn't addressed his issues. So for me, dealing with a woman that way, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I understand you had issues or whatever growing up and you had to be a certain way, but I'm not going to put up with it as far as trying to be in a relationship with you because you don't know how to be a feminine woman.
So what's a feminine woman? What's your definition?
The woman that basks in her femininity. She knows how to be submissive to a man. She knows how to speak life into a man. She knows how to nurture. She knows how to take care of a home and take care of kids. She knows how to be accountable. She knows how to be reasonable. She knows how to be understanding when she's dealing with a man.
Going for what you want, no matter what society is saying about your choice, from a girl's perspective.
Yeah, let's do this, mother!
Here's a girl going up to a guy.
Hey, so I think you're really cute, and I was wondering if you wanted to go out to the bar with me sometime.
This girl is a legend. She comes straight to the point. Hey, you cute.
I think you're really cute.
Do you want to go out sometimes?
If you wanted to go out to the bar with me sometime.
Done. No indirect shit. This is a very attractive behavior because guys adore girls who are confident in themselves. If you don't do what everyone does because they say it's cool and you do what you love because you say it's cool, you are a diamond in our eyes. You're literally making yourself stand out by following your own intentions. It's not chasing. You're going directly for what you want. You're not putting anyone on the pedestal.
complete me.
If they don't act aligned with your values, you walk away to the next aligned thing. Keep following your excitement, girls.
Yeah, let's do this, mother.
Masculine and feminine energy are not real. Masculinity and femininity are social constructs that we created that change all the time. And I'm so sick of people using this to reinforce gender norms. You think you're doing something different, but you're just repackaging old gender norms into new labels. And it's still the same harmful messaging. Leadership, dominance, strength, those are not masculine qualities. The same way that empathy, care, nurturing are not feminine qualities. They are human qualities that we should all seek to cultivate within ourselves. You might have some naturally more than others, or you might have suppressed some due to the expectations of society. And the worst is when people use this to enforce heteronormative ideas on queer couples. Like people who will say that same gender couples still need a balance of masculine and feminine energy in their relationship. No, they don't. It could be two very feminine women, whatever the that means, because like I said, it's all made up. But let's say two very feminine presenting women, they have the qualities that people consider feminine, and they can have a perfectly balanced relationship. All that matters is that they're fulfilling each other's needs. Maybe they don't even want traditionally masculine qualities in the structure of their relationship. Or maybe they're balanced individuals who each have balance of those qualities within them.
Okay, I have the secret. Single ladies, I figured it out. I'm going to be 56 next month. And I didn't even know this. I'm not single. I was widowed. I'm remarried. So I'm married. So this is not, I'm telling you where you need to go to meet someone if you want to find a partner, specifically a man. Are you looking for a man? So my husband said, hey, let's go to dinner at this golf resort. I'm like, okay, cool. Sounds good. It's beautiful. And you guys, I had no idea. There is men everywhere. And I'm telling you, don't go to Target. Don't go to Home Depot. Don't go to all those places that they say you're going to meet a man. Take up golfing, girls. Take up golfing. I'll show you some photos, but I'm telling you, that's where you should go.
You played very well.
What does it mean when a guy says that he's not looking for a relationship, he doesn't want a relationship, but he's doing all the relationship things? He's acting like you're a man, but he's not claiming you. It's not a real relationship. He offered you a package. He said, hey, yo, like, this a 4 for $4. You're gonna get a burger, some fries, some nuggets, and a drink. It's gonna satisfy you. It's gonna fill you up. But it's not, you ain't gonna get the whole situation. You're not gonna get the whole meal. It's not giving like a luxury experience, but you gonna be good. Like it's a 4 for $4. You cool with that? And you said, oh, yeah, I like nuggets. I got $4. Purchase. So yes, sweetheart, that's what's happening. He doesn't think he's confusing you. He doesn't think he's stringing you along. He said he had a 4 for $4 and you bought it. And if you ever had any dietary restrictions, then you shouldn't have bought it. But you did. So that's exactly what's happening. Happy Monday. I love you. Mean it. Bye.
50% of men aged 18 to 30 haven't approached a woman in the last year.
And the men that have approached are doing remarkably well. More than half have gotten a date from it. And it goes down if you look to like long-term relationships, how many dates turn into a long-term relationship. But the men who are approaching, they're doing pretty well, actually.
Of that 50% of them did get a date.
Might have even been about 70%. At least got a date or a phone number or some kind of romantic connection there. People that approach women, they're getting dates from it.
Given the fact that this is an exclusively agentic decision that you're making, if you have a little bit more confidence in yourself, it's going to make making the decision more easy. But ultimately, there's a huge chunk of people in that 50% that are doing it that probably are just as unsure and just as terrified and just as uncertain as you are. So yeah, I mean, that's a serious white pill for why you should approach women.
I don't know what possibly could be a better ad for just do it.
Just
Do it!
Ask the girl out. Buy her dinner. Hold the door open for her. What's the worst that could happen? She says no. Half of all the men aged 18 to 30 haven't approached a woman in the last year. Obviously, I think there are a lot of reasons for that, which we can decode separately, but you have everything to gain from asking a woman out on a date. Part of the reason I am marrying my now fiance is because he didn't even ask me on a date. He told me, hey, we're going on a date, okay? And I said, great.
A lot of these men know that a woman will get online and say, I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. But then be having him in the other room while hollering and screaming all this stuff. He paying the bills, but then still be online getting validation and attention from other dudes in a DM.